Assalamu alaikum, good evening, welcome to tonight's news on RTD. The title: National Assembly debates on the general policy of the government. International news: Golan, 5 European countries reject American decision to recognize Israel and Golan. That was the headlines, and now welcome to the national news. The National Assembly hosted this morning the traditional debate that follows the speech of the Prime Minister Abdulkader Kamil Mohammed. This plenary decision was under the aegis of the President of the National Assembly. This exercise, in the name and in the interest of the people, aims to analyze, monitor, discuss, and verify the activity of the government, thus ensuring that the policy and the action of the government are effective and updated to the expectation of the citizen. The President of the National Assembly spoke about the constitutional and regulatory provisions applying to an organization in good condition of debate on the general policy of the government before calling members of the government and the parliamentarian to comply with it. During today's sitting, parliamentarians did not file two questions the members of the government on the various points that were on the agenda. Causing the series of intervention, Prime Minister Abdulkader Kamil Mohammed also reacted on the general policy of the government. The Minister of Justice and Penitentiary Affairs in charge of human rights, Momin Ahmed Sheikh, today received the new ambassador of the Federal Democratic Republic of Ethiopia in Djibouti, Abdulaziz Muhammad Ibrahim. The minister welcomed the ambassador and wished him a pleasant stay in Djibouti. The ambassador stressed the exemplary nature of the relation between the two countries and expressed the wish to strengthen judicial cooperation. The two countries must work closely together to reduce illegal immigration. He stressed the Minister of Justice assured the ambassador of his full collaboration on all matters pertaining to his department. The Minister of Equipment and Transport, Mr. Mohammed Abdulkader Musa Hilim, received this afternoon the Vice President of the Teaching University in his cabinet. Discussion focused on training young technicians and engineers in the field of rail and sharing experience with the Teaching University on behalf of the Djibouti government. The Minister thanked the Teaching University for developing the skills of young Djiboutians and consolidating the cooperation relation between the Republic of Djibouti and the People's Republic of China. The regional philosophy activities of the Egyptian mission are continuing in the operating theater of Dr. Absi Hospital. The Minister of Health, Dr. Jama El Mouki, went on the spot accompanied by the Egyptian ambassador, Mr. Ahmed Adil Zouaid, of several executives of the Department of Health to inquire about smooth running of the activities. The local authorities and the director of the regional hospital, Mr. Mohammed Sugi, the minister and his delegation were able to visit the different departments to see the success of this local medical initiative. The aim of this Egyptian medical mission is to provide and bring together qualified and free health care and benefit for the greatest number of people. The Minister of National Education and Vocational Training and the Post Office of Djibouti launched yesterday a project of school correspondence between schools. Yesterday morning, the Minfobi went to several schools of the capital, such as the College Charles de Foucault, Palmyre 1, Vuguzawa, and Hoden 1 for ensure transmission and exchanges of literacy capital, such as Charles de Foucault College, Palmyre 1, Vuguzawa, and Hoden 1 to ensure transmission and exchange of letters. At the end of the lunch day, the communication officer of Djibouti Post Office And the inspector of school life emphasized the interest and benefit of this school correspondence project and welcome to successful launch of the project. The Russian Morocco or the work of the Ministerial Conference on the support of the African Union to the political process of the United Nations on the regional dispute about the Sahara opened yesterday in Marrakech. The Minister of Muslim Affairs of Culture and Ghost Waqaf, Mumin Hassan Pare, represented the Republic of Djibouti at this conference. 38 countries from the 5 years separation of the continent participate in this conference. They expressed the commitment of African leaders to the strategic choice to overcome the cause of division, cleavage and fragmentation which endanger African unity. An important meeting to refine the response against the illegal immigration flow was held yesterday in Al Sabi. The prefect of the region, Mr. Mohamed Wapiri Asowe, hosted an Ethiopian delegation led by Border Zone Administrator, Mr. Umar Abdi Mirani. This delegation consisted of the authorities of the Republic Force of this zone. The meeting was attended by the public authorities of two parties, discussed the risk and inconvenience of illegal migration flow. With this in mind, the phenomenon of illegal trafficking in counterfeit goods has been raised. The two sides have agreed to work closely together to end this plague. And now moving on to the international news, 5 European countries reject U.S. President Donald Trump's decision to recognize Golan as Israeli territory. 5 European countries that sit on the UN Security Council have rejected U.S. President Donald Trump's decision to recognize the Golan as Israeli territory. They have voiced concern that the move could have a pro-correspondent. Belgium, Britain, France, Germany and Poland have insisted that the European position has not changed, that the Golan remain Israel-occupied Syrian territory in the line with international law and surety in UN resolution. That's it for tonight's news. Thanks for watching and have a good night.